Carlos, what did you think happened to Peterson in that fourth?
Yeah, he lost the strike zone. Thought there was a lot of pitches that were balls out of the hand. And they stopped swinging. They made some good adjustments there, but I think at the end of the day, he just lost the strike zone. He had a hard time, getting ahead or just commanding his pitches. Obviously, he home one, breaking ball also, for the 3-run homer. But it was a struggle for him in that fourth inning. After a pretty good first three innings, first time through the lineup, and then that fourth inning, like I said, looked like he lost the strike zone there.
We saw a couple of shots of him just shaking off his arm a little bit. Was everything okay with him physically?
We saw it too, yeah, but he was fine. He actually wanted to go back out for the sixth. I was like, no chance. We were pushing him after that 440. I think he threw in that fourth inning. So, yeah, but he's fine.
What did he say when you asked him about the shaking?
No, I didn't specifically ask. I just said, "You doing all right? Feel fine?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm good." So,
Tony?
Obviously, with some of the rotation injuries, you've got McGill and Peterson in there now for what seems like the long haul. Just how comfortable are you in general with the state of the rotation?
I'm comfortable, because we've seen outings where they're pretty good. We've seen flashes of that. The stuff is there. We just got to keep working with them because we're going to need them. And when you got two guys that stuff-wise, when you see flashes for 3-4 innings and it seems like that one inning that kind of gets them, they're close. So they will continue to get opportunities, and we're pretty comfortable with them.
What did you see out of Stanek?
Yeah, probably a little off. After a few days of not pitching, got behind to Arcia, 2-0, got him on a fastball, and then hone a slider to Riley. Stuff-wise, we saw the velo. Yeah.
Tim?
You guys went 20 innings without scoring this weekend. What do you make of that stretch?
That's a good pitching staff. Their starters are good. Their bullpen is really good. It's deep. So it's going to happen. You're going to run through a couple of games here, a couple of stretches, innings, whatever that is going to be hard. We created traffic today. Obviously, especially the first 3 innings against Lopez, we just couldn't get that big hit. But, yeah, it's going to happen, man, especially when you're facing a really good team like the Braves.
Zach?
Yes.
Manny? Yep, please wait for the mic.
I saw Marte doing a couple of exercises out on the field before the game. How's he doing? And then do we know what the next step is going to be for him?
Yeah, he's better. He ran yesterday some sprint, 75%. He was moving pretty good. He's taking BP on the field. He will continue with that progression until he's ready, to go for a rehab assignment. But we don't know when that's going to be, So it's still day by day with him.
And I know it was during the game, but Reed Foley threw 2/3 of an inning. It was a little shaky. Do you think he's going to need another rehab start, or do you think he's, depending on how he feels, will he be ready to come back?
Yeah, I haven't got a report, but, based on what you're saying, because I didn't even know how many innings or how many pitches he threw, but most likely he'll need one. So at least one more.
Zach? Tim?
Is there any change to Bader's status?
Any chance of
Any
what?
change to Harrison Bader's status? Like he hasn't played in 2 days
so
since we asked you.
he was available off the bench. There's a good chance he's in the lineup tomorrow.
David, you were so good through those first 3. What was different for you in the fourth?
Yeah, just walked Riley to start the inning, which is not ideal, and then Ozuna had that little blue pit and didn't execute one pitch to Olsen. So it's kind of what it came down to.
In that 5th inning, we saw you shake out your arm a little bit. Mendoza said that you wanted to go back out for the 6th, but was there anything that you were dealing with physically?
No, I'm good. I wanted to go back out for the 6th. I felt good physically. There was nothing to it.
What was that?
Just shaking my arm.
The way the weekend started, is it disappointing to split? After you take the first 2, and Friday night was kind of like a celebration here before the Senga injury.
Yeah. Obviously, we want to win every game we go out and compete for. Not a good feeling right now losing that game, but I know that we'll take what we need to from it and get ready for the Twins tomorrow. So it's one thing that we've done a good job of is taking what we need to learn from wins and losses and turning the page. So I expect that everyone in this room will do that, and we're on to the next.
Mendoza said that in the fourth, you lost the zone. What can cause that to happen after the first three very good innings and then not continue during another quick fifth?
And I think there's plenty of reasons why that can happen. I think for me, I didn't execute early in the count. When you do get behind, you got to get back into it. And I wasn't able to do that with those 2 walks.
Pete, this Braves pitching staff has been excellent all season long. These last 2 nights in particular, what did they give you guys such a hard time with?
They just didn't really come in the zone all that much, and when they did, they did a great job picking corners, and they did a hell of a job executing these, especially these past 2 games.
Anything in particular today, especially in the early innings when you guys were able to get some traffic on the base paths, get runners into scoring position, that you thought they did pretty well?
I'd say the past 2 days they're just excellent executing all their pitches and pretty much all situations. Hats off to them. They did a great job executing.
Good pitching. Noted 20 innings is sort of a long time to not score. Is there anything else you would attribute that stretch to?
No, everyone who grabbed the ball for them was pretty lights out. Schwallenbach yesterday, he threw the ball extremely well. Iglesias, their closer, threw the ball really well, especially with dealing with the shadows. Not fun at all with the 4 o'clock games. And today, everyone who touched the ball for them threw really well.
This weekend, with how well it started, the 2 wins, and obviously then the last 2. What do you take away from this weekend against them?
There's plenty of bright spots and plenty of moments to learn from, and ultimately, I think that we did a pretty decent job this weekend. Obviously, splitting the series, not great, but could have been better. But I think that we definitely earned the 2 games that we won for sure. I think that we're playing good baseball overall, and that's exactly. That's a really good sign, and hopefully we can take good form into the next series.
Bigger picture, Pete, this team has made 3 trades in recent weeks. So what sort of curiosity do you have about what else might happen between now and Tuesday?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just focused on just coming to the yard tomorrow and doing the best I can to help this team win. It's really awesome to have a couple new faces because Phil has been throwing the ball really well. I know Ryan, I've had plenty of bats off him. He's got really nasty stuff, and then Jesse's a great ball player as well. I think that we made some great additions, and who knows what will happen next. But hopefully we continue to add and keep continuing to play good baseball. But this is really exciting.
Yeah, how encouraging has it been that they've shown already kind of that willingness to add?
It's really exciting, I would say, and I think what kind of adds that and helps that out is I think overall we're playing really good baseball. So I think that helps adding and winning. I think that's going to be a great combination coming down the stretch here.